friend, grab a seat because it's time for the most exciting and educative show on TV. Welcome to News Generation. My name is Faustina Safo, and coming up in this week's edition, 11.1% of age 3 years and above in the Ashaman municipality has never attended school. This is according to the 2010 population census. Also, about 118 girls graduated in various fields of engineering from the Pentecost School complex in Accra. And 15-year-old Kevin Doe has found a way of transforming trash into electricity in Sierra Leone. You don't want to miss any of this. You're watching News Generation. Please stay.
The Cowbell Vita-Rich formula has been stolen. Get it back at all costs. Tasting Cowbell with Vita-Rich has the 28 vitamins and minerals you need to be at the top of your game. Delicious, nutritious Cowbell with Vita-Rich, our milk.
Welcome back from the break. Now remember, you can find us on Facebook at News Generation GH and on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Now to our first story. Passion for Education saw the need to start a Consulting Ghana, a non-profit organization which aims at impacting young people by providing them with educational options and skills to achieve more. At a community tent reading held by Consulting Ghana, some children of Ashaman were taught how to read, and Dr. Wedu was there. She has more in this report.
According to the 2010 population census, 11.1% of age 3 years and above in the Ashaman municipality has never attended school. 34% are currently attending, and 54.9% have attended in the past. Ashaman has a low rate of education coupled with increasingly low performance in most public schools in the community. Reading as a habit among pupils in the municipality is also a thing of worry. According to the founder of Consulting Ghana, the realization that the world was also fast advancing and in fact leaving behind the young people in the Ashaman community got her angry. And willing to do something about the situation, she formed Consulting Ghana. It first started with a mobile library, moving from schools to provide reading skills, then moved to assisting in setting up bricks and blocks libraries in schools. And now, Consulting Ghana has organized its maiden edition of the Community Tent Reading. Peace Delali Ahmad Dayegbe is the operations lead for the Community Tent Reading program.
It's a community tent reading organized by Consulting Ghana. And what we aim at doing is to impact the love of reading into the children and then teach them how to read. So we took them through reading lessons, and then some of them are in, let's say, class 5, but then their reading ability is lower than the class they are. So when they came, we grouped them according to classes, and then even though we grouped them according to classes, we still tested them and then grouped them according to their reading abilities as well.
She said the projects are run through the benevolence of partners and friends, but there are some challenges.
We solicited for funds, so people donated monies, people gave out books, and then we brought all together, and then the monies we bought books with the monies, and then we added the books we received from people to the books we bought with the money, and then we donated some to the Ashaman No. 2 government library, and then we sorted out some.
Abigail Ewisi Blessed is the co-founder of Consulting Ghana.
What actually inspired us was that it was about the perception of Ashaman. People think that we Ashaman people, we are not quite educated, we don't have knowledge about anything. So my colleague and I, her name is Setufe Dinah, we sat down and thought about this to bring up the reading something. So we started with the mobile library. With the mobile library, we packed books in a suitcase, then we took it around schools. Our first school was St. Brown Royal. So we give them the books and they read. We assess them, we ask them questions, we provide them with articles and give them comprehension questions to answer. Then our second project was with the Ashaman number 2 JHS. We decided to refurbish their library. So we painted their library and we donated books to them. And this is our third project we are doing, 10th reading.
Some children share their experience.
I came here to read and learn because it was a program held and I came to improve my reading. I was good in reading from the time I started class 4. And now today I've learned more about the books. With some big words like volcanoes and some towns in America like California, Texas, etc. California, California, California.
I came here to learn. There is a program that they say we should come. I met new words.
The program important because at the time I came here, my reading was not interesting. That's why I came here.
Great to see young minds there helping the young ones. So moving on, technology has largely been dominated by men, with most women simply shying away, having bought into the stereotype. There are some women, however, increasingly defying the odds and taking up roles in the fields of technology. About 118 of them on Monday graduated in various fields of engineering from the Pentecost School complex here in Accra. Hannah Odami has more in this report.
The students have been taken through 2 years of training to build technologies in various fields. They shared with me how they overcame their fears and ventured into what has until now been a male-dominated field.
This one is rectification. Okay. This one we are changing AC to DC. If you use the Zener diode, it will take all the ACs from it. So when you are listening to a radio, you don't hear that sound that you don't want. When you're going to some offices, when you want to enter, they will write something like Akwaba or welcome. Yes. They use this thing to write it.
Okay, what is it called?
This one is our stable multivibrator.
Now, you know the myth about women in electronics. Yes. Why did you decide to join in particular?
Okay, I like electronics because if I see females in males field, I really like it.
So the first day you came to the school and you saw all these gadgets and samples, did it scare you? Did it tell you, well, I don't want to do it anymore?
Oh, I was scared because some of the names I have not even heard some before, but our teacher motivated us that if you said you can do it, you can do it. So we felt happy and now I can do everything.
This is an amplifier and here is the volume control. If I want it to be high, I just raise it. And if I want it to be low, I'll just turn it.
Now you talked about you not being comfortable when you were coming here. What were some of the difficulties you had running through your mind?
Like after school, I didn't even plan of this course. And when I first came, I was not feeling interested in it. So I was not taking all things that easy. But when I came in, since I've started, I feel easy to do everything. I can build my own power supply and those kind of stuff.
At an open day in the school, First Lady Rebecca Ekufuado admonished the students to use the knowledge gained to make history in electronics in Ghana.
You ladies give me so much hope for the future. You have set out an exciting journey to positively affect our world. The Ghanaian government is committed to solving the challenge of unemployment and increasing the avenues for female employment and economic well-being. Dear girls from various junior high schools gathered here, I entreat you to take the opportunity presented to you today. Ask all the questions to understand the project and take a decision to be part of the girls making history in the electronics sector in Ghana and the world at large.
The training was sponsored by the Korean and Germany embassies.
Well, throughout this month, there has been huge focus on the Ghanaian culture, values, traditions, as well as mostly the lives of people right here in Ghana, because this is the month in which that we attained independence. There has been calls by historians and others on the need for Ghanaians to protect the country's culture. The latest call is from the headmistress of the Jolu Special School at the second edition of the school's Cultural Day. There's more in the following report.
Speaking on the theme Portray Ghanaian Identity, the headmistress Stella Chekpo expressed concern about the adverse effect technology is having on Ghanaian culture and identity.
As a people, we have diverse cultures within the country, making us unique among nations. The youth in this generation are embracing foreign cultures, which will not augur well for this generation, and the effort must be made to reverse this trend. Hence, Sankofa.
She explained the rationale of a program, saying it is to imbibe in the youth Ghanaian culture, which has been lost to foreign influence.
I started it last year, so we organized it and it was successful. So we've inculcated it in our action plan that every year around this time, after celebration of our independence, then we do our traditional or cultural day.
Deputy General Manager of the Methodist Schools in Ghana, Marian Dorothy Duncan, says the only way to attain true independence is through our culture. She expressed worry at the extent at which English language has been given prominence to the neglect of the local languages and urged Ghanaians to go back to their roots.
Schools have adopted 11, which are being studied from basic to tertiary. Unfortunately, we are gradually phasing out our own languages right from home to school. Parents hardly speak their own dialects with their words.
On his part, Jolu Circuit 22 Supervisor Kwame Ajujo believes various diseases in Ghana are caused by foreign influence. He appealed to the government to include culture studies in school curricular activities.
Kinds of food we eat, the clothes we wear, the dances that we practice are all very healthy. So we feel that when we are departing from it, choosing other forms of food, that is giving us diseases.
Some of the students Joy News spoke to say they have been educated on the cultural practices from the 10 regions in Ghana. They urged other schools to emulate them.
Doing traditional things are really good. They make us know what is really good for us, because as of now, there's like we do everything as whites. And whilst we do traditional things, there's much, we get much confidence in it when we do our traditional things.
Throwing our traditional culture away is very poor. Not only should we admit the modern ones, but also we should admit our traditional culture. First, I knew Ghanaians, we used to move with our traditional aspects and co. But nowadays, I think the modern stuffs are really affecting our traditional moves.
There was a display of Ghanaian dance, poetry recitals, modeling and cooking competition among the students representing the 10 regions.
We're taking this quick break, and when we come back, we have more in store for you, so do please stay.
The Cowbell Vita-Rich formula has been stolen. Get it back at all costs. Great tasting Cowbell with Vita-Rich has the 28 vitamins and minerals you need to be at the top of your game. Delicious, nutritious Cowbell with Vita-Rich, our milk.
Welcome back from the break. Now you can find us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Comment on any story you've seen today and we will give you a reply. decline. Well, moving on, some Ghanaians are calling on government to use the military to stop the activities of the Galamsey operators in the country. They say the use of the military is the only solution to this danger, as all means and avenues explored has failed. Is the military the answer to Galamsey? You have been sharing your views with us on WhatsApp.
Yes, because the soldiers were made to protect us from errors in our country.
The soldiers are well built and they can chase after the Galamsey dealers to stop whatever they are doing.
Most of the people in the country are not afraid of the police. They are afraid of the soldiers.
Yes, because everybody is scared of soldiers in Ghana here. And once they see the soldiers, they will stop.
If the soldiers come in, the illegal miners might think that the soldiers might hurt them or kill them. So they'll run away.
They are brave to stop them from destroying the water bodies.
If the soldiers come in, the illegal miners may think that the soldiers are going to harm them or kill them.
If they don't run away, the soldiers will beat them up.
There's more news in local news round.
Scores of residents of WAM, mostly the youth, hit the street to demonstrate against the Ghana Police Service for the alleged shooting of a 23-year-old teacher. Ali Rashid was allegedly shot by Constable Francis Penge for riding an unregistered motorbike. The incident resulted in the breakdown of law and order in the WAM municipality as the angry youth threw stones, blocked major roads, and bent lorry ties. Despite appeals and assurances from the Interior Minister Ambrose Derry to residents to remain calm whilst they investigate the issue, the youth hit the street to demand justice for the victim. The chief of Kwewu Atibie, Berima Kwame Asante II, wants this year's paragliding festival at Kwewu cancelled for safety reasons. He believes, though, a major feature in the festivities, calling off the paragliding sessions for this year alone, should not disrupt it. Berima Kwame Asante cites the unacceptable nature of the road leading to the Odrianoma Mountains as one of the reasons why he is against the event and advised that some safety measures should be put in place first to prevent any disaster if government insists on going ahead with it. President Akufo-Addo has sworn in Dr. Ernest Kwame Nyedu Addison as the new governor of the Bank of Ghana after consultation with the Council of State. At a brief ceremony at the presidency, which had the Vice President Alhaji Dr. Bawumia and other government officials, President Akufo-Addo noted that the new governor had joined the ship of the state at a difficult time, but is confident in the ability of Dr. Addison.
Children in the Bongo district of the Upper East region have added their voice to the call for an end to the practice of killing children born with abnormalities, often labeled as spirit children. At a child's rights festival held in Fio in the Bongo district, children of various schools used debates, drama, among others, to demonstrate to their parents and chiefs as well as elders that these individuals are part of the community and they should be treated as such. There's more in this report.
That Africans has educated the people of the villages.
The Child Right Festival was organized by AfriKids Ghana, a non-governmental organization based in the Upper East region. AfriKids Ghana has been advocating for an end to the practice of killing deformed children. Though the practice has been abolished in most parts of the Upper East region, it is believed that in some areas, including parts of the Bongo district, such children are still being killed. At a festival to mark 3 years of child rights advocacy, some children took turns in a debate to educate the public on the possible causes of deformities in children.
Apply fertilizer to his or her farmland, will the crops grow well? And it is the same thing applied to you, the Africans. If you organize programs in our school and you are not supporting us, it will become weak for us to convince parents or self children to stop practicing it. Naba Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, Africans should have enforced the law said that If a person is caught in killing a child, claiming that he or she is a spirit child, such a person should be sentenced to prison, because it's against the law which says that there's a right for every Ghanaian to live in council peace between the parents and the concoction men. Gone are the days when the concoction men were not in talking terms with the parents of the victims. The mothers were referring to them as murders, and they also refer to the mothers of the victims as evildoers, who are now receiving this punishment from the gods. Today, such a superstition is far buried, and there is lasting peace in this district.
According to our Africans, their education to us, what I learned from them actually was that they say some children, they may be deformed because of lack of some nutrients. During the pregnancy rate, time of the mother, may be the necessary nutrients that the woman should eat so that will give the child the vital nutrients for good growth and healthy development.
I will tell some of my colleagues who are staying somewhere and also tell my parents that they should, when a woman is pregnant, she should take the food, the normal food that she is supposed to take. And then I will also tell my colleagues to tell their parents that it is lack of some nutrients that the women are lacking, that the children are lacking. That is why when a woman gives birth to a child, the child is having big head, big stomach, and a stunted growth. And then the child is not having one leg. And then they see that children to be spiritual, so that they will send them to the bush that they are spirit children. It is lack of some nutrients that the children are lacking.
There were also drama performances on ending the practice of killing children born with abnormalities.
There's more news in International News Round.
After 27 years, The Undertaker seemed to have retired from WWE. The wrestling legend dropped his gloves, hat and trench coat in the middle of the ring at the end of Sunday night's WrestleMania 33. The 52-year-old, whose real name is Mark William Calaway, lost the main event to Roman Reigns. Fans have been paying tribute to him with the hashtag #ThankYouTaker. Throughout his career, The Undertaker's been a multiple world heavyweight champion, a 6-time tag team title holder, and a Royal Rumble winner. The star was first introduced in 1990's Survivor Series. A pilot who was found drunk in a compartment for pilots before a flight in Canada has been sentenced to 8 months in jail minus time already served. Miroslav Gronic, 37, a Slovak national, pledged guilty on 21st March to being drunk while in control of an aircraft. He was arrested on New Year's Eve after passing out in the compartment for pilots of Sunwing flight. He had more than 3 times the legal limit of alcohol in his body. Alberta Provincial Court Judge Annie Brown imposed a 1-year flying ban on Gronic to take effect after he has served the prison sentence. He was also ordered to pay a $74 fine. US President Donald Trump is donating his first quarterly salary to the National Park Service. White House spokesman Sean Spencer on Monday handed a check of $78,333 to Interior Secretary Ron Zinke, who oversees national parks and monuments. Critics question this gesture since Mr. Trump's budget proposal calls for a 12% cut to the Interior Department, which oversees the National Park Service. Mr. Zinke, thrilled by Mr. Trump's donation, says the money will be used for maintenance on the national battlefield.
15-year-old Kevin Doe has found a way of transforming trash into electricity in Sierra Leone. As a result of his accomplishment, he received an invitation to the United States and became the youngest person to participate in the Visiting Practitioners Program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Kelvin's success story has hit millions of views on YouTube, and Kelvin is trending.
My name is Kelvin Do, aka DJ Focus.
Alright. It's the youngest DJ Man Focus.
I'm from Sierra Leone, and I love inventing.
Kelvin is extraordinarily talented. He literally goes to trash cans, finds broken electronic parts in the garbage, and makes stuff on his own.
He's taught himself how to do incredibly intricate things with very, very little resources.
In Sierra Leone, we have not too much electricity. Lights will come once in a week, and the rest of the month are dark. So I made my own battery to power lights in people's houses.
Kelvin represents learn by making. He takes a part, looks at it, tries to reverse engineer it.
I made my own FM radio transmitter.
He made his own FM station because he wanted to give voice to the youth. He made his own generator because he needed it.
The generator supplies current to the radio station. This is the capacitor, and this is the spark plug.
This trip is his first time leaving his family's home. It's his first time leaving Sierra Leone, and it's tough, but it's an opportunity to create the future that he wants to live in. Kelvin's team applied to build an FM radio station for community empowerment, and people listen religiously to his radio station. People text into his show and he reads the text from people. It's very inspirational.
I'm DJ Focus, alright, broadcasting all the way near Boston.
People normally call me DJ Focus in my community because I believe if you focus, you can do invention perfectly. I DJ every day.
Alright, for sure, for the meantime, don't forget DJ Man Focus passing through. Soundtrack done by Bobby. Upon Sierra Leonean artist. Your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed for your ultimate priority.
I want to help my family to provide the facility for them. That is my aim, to promote innovation in Sierra Leone among young people.
Well, we have to draw the curtains here on News Generation. It's been fun, it's been exciting, and I'm sure you've learned some new stuff, right? Yes. So jump on our social media platform on Facebook at News Generation GH and on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Tell me what new thing you have learned in this week's edition. My name is Faustina Safo. For myself and my production crew, we love you. Bye-bye.
Cowbell Vita-Rich formula has been stolen. Get it back at all costs. Great tasting Cowbell with Vita-Rich has the 28 vitamins and minerals you need to be at the top of your game. Delicious, nutritious Cowbell with Vita-Rich, our milk.